Good morning, folks. Welcome to FYI. Believe it or not, it's Friday the 13th day of January. Friday the 13th day of January. Good to see you, Tommy Gibbs. Good to see you, Debbie Collins. Good to see you, Jolly Anderson. Good to see you, Tommy. Good to see Lorraine Beat is here and Vashti Magnot, Evelina Whittaker. What I love about Team FYI, the FYI family. Long before the program starts, folks are just chatting up. Folks are just chatting up in spite of us. Folks are chatting, and we love that. We love that. In spite of us, people are chatting up and having a go at it. Good to see each and every one of you who are here with us this morning, guys. We love that you folks are here. We're going to take the opportunity to share the live. We're going to take the opportunity to get a go at it. Make sure that it's in all the places we want it to be this morning, guys. So we encourage you to do the same. Give us a share. We step behind the scene for a second. Give us a share, making sure that we are shared to all the right places. Welcome, guys. I know you've been waiting for a few. Welcome, welcome. Lots to share with you. You know, we missed last evening, and I'm going to tell you why in just a second. Coming into the studio last evening, guys, we're in an area where there's a lesson. You know, these what do you call it, extramural classes. There's a lesson here, and you know, it erupted this gathering. They had lots of students. I would count over 75 students were in the street, and there was a huge fight here. There was a huge fight in the street here, and we feel if we didn't intervene, one of our young people would have ended up dead. We really feared last evening if we didn't intervene, and so we called the police, had to wait for the police to come and ensure, you know, even while we were waiting, it was a brawl here. It was a brawl. Y'all could have seen what the bus said this morning. And so that is what really and truly kept us off of the air last evening, because that had our full attention, and we believe that we owed it to our young people. We really owed it to our young people to make sure that they were safe. They're our neighbors in this community here. While they're here with us, they're our neighbors, and we just really wanted to make sure, guys, that they were well. It was a brawl like you cannot imagine. It's so much happening in this country, guys. So much happening in this country. I tell you what, I like the way it started. I don't like it. I don't like it the least bit. I like how the year started. I'm not gonna try to be nice about it or anything like that. I've been saying it from this. It's not a good start. We're not Margaret Nelson, Rhonda Spencer, Tom. We're not off to a good start at all. I don't like the way it started at all. And we got quite a few things to get through, and you'll understand more and more why I've been saying I don't like the way this year has started. Sabrina Jacobs and all the other folks who are joining us, I don't like it. The fanciness, the niceness, all those, I don't like it, folks. I like how it started. And it Cummins, good to see you, and Margaret Daly Hope, Margaret Nelson, all the Margarets are here. Winston Granada is here as well. Winston, thanks for the things, Winston. Thanks for the things. Judy Paul, and I see Jacqueline Clark is here as well. Folks, so many things happening, my Lord. You look at it, it's assaults, you got fire, you got, oh my, you name it, deaths. We're 13 days in. Friday the 13th today. Friday the 13th. You know, so much has happened in the last 13 days. Since the New Year break, you know, since the New Year break, Claire Alexis Chamley Richmond is one story to the next, folks. We are ready to get into the morning papers, and we trust that you wonderful folks are as well. We are excited to get into the morning papers to share a few things with you wonderful folks. We got a few things to share with you guys. Yep. As we said, lots of stuff happening at our end. Lots and lots of stuff. Sometimes you can't even wrap your mind around it. You can't even wrap your mind around it. If you guys are ready, we're about ready. Ain't want to waste too much time this morning. Want to get right into it. The morning papers, folks. And as we said, a lot happening. A lot happening at our end. And we know for some of you guys it's the same. It's the same. Plenty things happening. And the morning papers can tell you all you need to know. Plenty things happening in the morning papers. How are you guys doing? What's for breakfast where you are? What's making the headlines where you are? For some of you who are in the diaspora, what things are making the headline where you are? We got some tea here. We got some Taylor's tea. Abandoned the coffee this morning. That's the start of the day. What about things at your end? Quite a few things, folks. we got this and we want to share with you. Pull up a cup of something with us. Pull up a chair. Pull up a cup of something. Urban Don Cook, good to see you there. Pull up a cup of something with us, good folks. We got a lot we want to share with you guys. Plenty, plenty, plenty we want to share with you, good folks. And first up, you know, we got a lot of things happening in this country. There was a study that was done recently by ExxonMobil into a certain aspect of its operations, and they're telling us this morning, guys. They're telling us that let me read the complete headline. For space, we had to break it up. You know, for space, it was a long headline. Accelerated oil development with ad hoc governance. We're pulling this out of Kaitro News. Thanks, Kaitro News, for this one. Accelerated oil development with ad hoc governance. Outdated laws could sink Guyana shipping and transport industry. Now, to help it to do what it needs to do here, ExxonMobil apparently commissioned this study, and they're telling us here that our shipping, you know, ramps up locally. The ports that we have, or the lack thereof, you know, is going to put the system under pressure. It's going to put our shipping system under pressure. Let me read a couple of paragraphs. It says, Guyana shipping, transport, and harbor industry is expected to face increased pressure as ExxonMobil Corporation ramps up activities to develop its resources in the Startbook block. That's what they were doing this study on. This forewarning was noted in the environmental impact assessment for Exxon's fifth project. The development, they're telling us here, is expected to produce 1.3 billion barrels of oil from this new project. Good. And then they went on to state that this study was keen to note that the activities, these increased activities in the oil sector, the shipping industry will face increased burdens, especially when one considers its inefficiencies in legislative framework and overall governance. So the folks telling me we need some work in that area, you know, to show up, to bring capacity, to give capacity to the shipping industry. We got some work to do. And of course, Kaitro News has been long on the heels of the oil and gas discussion here, and bringing us the very, very latest accelerated development with this ad hoc governance system and inadequate laws. The inefficiencies with the system is going to create a lot of pressure, and that is what that story in particular is telling us, folks. Yep, we gotta be on it. We gotta be on it, folks. And then we seeing this other headline, where we are talking about, my Lord, the general registrar general, I think, of the general registrar's office, telling us that registration of overseas births peaked last year, and they're attributing this to an increased awareness and increased attention in what is happening at home. So more Guyanese who have their children overseas are registering them as Guyanese, perhaps wanting their piece of the pie. They tell us over 2,000 births of that nature, persons who reside overseas in the diaspora and so on, had children overseas, registered those births locally. Over 2,132 persons were processed for overseas registrations. They say they're trying to tell us it's a measure of the keen interest people certainly have in their country. Some of the other figures are noteworthy, coming out of the General Registrar's office, and I'm trying to pick it up very quickly. Yeah, they're telling us that they were locally, in terms of registered births, there were 91,503 registered births in last year. A lot of us doing a lot of things. 91,000 births registered last year, 91,500, and there were 10,000 deaths last year. 10,000 deaths, and listen to this. So this was a big figure. Again, 91,000 births, 10,000 deaths, and marriages. Marriages had a big figure too. There were over 9,000 marriages last year. A lot of you got hitched. You know, a lot of you decide to give the fella a chance. You know, you get vexed and say, take a chance, right? Glenford Gordon, was that you? Michael gets hit, was that you? Some people just get vexed and say, I'll give you a chance. Right? Over 9,000 marriages happened last year. You know, it would be good to see what's the separation figures. Would be good to see what are the divorce figures. Folks, give me a sense that you're hearing us loud and clear. I didn't say anybody see the air, but I just want to make sure. Rhonda Spencer Tom and Rohan Basantram, good to see you. Tim the Ford, Rowena Cummins, hope you're feeling better, Rowena. And all the other guys joining us, Theon Benjamin, Annette Cummins. Great to see you, folks. So those are the figures, guys. Over 2,000 overseas registered births, 91,000 births in general, 10,000 deaths, and marriages last year, 9,307. A lot of folks got hitched. We thought those figures might appeal to you folks. We thought they might appeal to you. So that was happening in that sense. Another headline that we're watching, folks. Another headline we're watching. Wow, look at this one. First Lady donates computers to some orphanages. Good work. Good work. I'd rather see this than a backballing First Lady. First Lady donated quite a number of computers, folks, to some orphanages. I'm going to try to pull those names because I want to acknowledge the work. You know, it's not only when people are doing bad, you spotlight them. When they're doing good, and this is the good thing here. The St. John's Basco Orphanage benefited here. St. John's Basco, Bless the Child Orphanage, and the Hope Children Center also benefited from this number of computers, and a quantity of exercise books were also donated. They said a total of 88 children will benefit from this donation made possible by the corporate partner, Cell Phone Shack. So kudos to Cell Phone Shack. Respect and manners to Cell Phone Shack, taking their corporate responsibility very, very, very seriously, and partnering there with the First Lady. St. John's Basco Orphanage benefited. You had also the Blessed Child Home, they benefit too as well, and then the Hope Children's Center benefiting. Good work for us. Again, I'd rather this kind of attention than a backballing First Lady. Paul DeAngelo, we see you there. Welcome. Carol Rollins, we see you there. Stan Boone, Beatrice Selby, we see you there as well. Good work, and we can say good work. Fight us when we see it. Fight us, folks. Fight us if that's how you feel. Yep, and then I think that's it. Is it? I think I'm trying to make sure. No, we have one more thing we saw, one more headline we think you ought to know about, making the morning papers. And UG got some money, UG and Murundai, folks. I love me those Murundai, what do you call them? The series, all of the stories they tell, and the way it's very, very relevant to the society in which we live. So I want to say congrats to the folks at UG and congrats to the folks at Murundai as well. They're telling us 25. Let me read a couple of the headlines, a couple of the paragraphs here. The Faculty of Education, this is UG, and Humanities is going to benefit. They receive 25,000 US, this UNESCO grant, 25,000 US for its program reintroduction of postgraduate diploma in translation, and UNESCO wants to help them in this regard to build capacity for that program. And then Murundai Incorporated received 25,000 as well, $25,822, a little bit more than UG. I don't know, I bet you like that. To continue its program, Youth Slam Climate Change. Youth Slam Climate Change, 25,000 US, $25,822 US to be specific, to continue that program. And I noted that Margaret Lawrence was on hand there to receive for Murundai, and then there was also Minister of Education, Priya Manik Chan, presenting the grant to Dr. Ruslin Khan, the Dean of the Faculty of Education and Humanities there at the University of Guyana. So quite a few things happening, folks. Quite a few things happening. And we trust that you guys are great. Wherever you're joining us from, I see Ayabo has joined and Beatrice Selby has joined as well. Roderick Henry is here, and it Cummins, Ruby Hines. I see Susan Jacobs is here. Ingrid Crawford as well. Great to see all of you folks. Take the opportunity to share the live, guys. Smash that emoji button for us. And congrats to UG and all of the other folks, Murundai and so on, who benefited from this grant from UNESCO. And kudos to UNESCO. Kudos to UNESCO for continuing to do this kind of work, building capacities in these entities and agencies that we have, the University of Guyana and UNESCO in this particular instance. Thank you so much for that. UNESCO folks, take the opportunity to share and expose, share the live, expose the truth. Take the opportunity to do that. We thank you greatly. We're going to head into what's brewing, folks. We got some things brewing internationally, some things brewing locally, some things brewing in the region, internationally, regionally, and locally. We got quite a few things brewing we wish to bring to your attention, good folks. Yep. Share the live, folks. Smash that emoji button first. We got quite a few things brewing, my good people, that we wish to bring, that we wish to draw. Quite a few things brewing that we wish to draw to your attention. We're going to take a sip of the tea at this time. While you lovely folks take the opportunity to share the live, good folks, and expose the truth. Share the live and expose the truth. Do that for us, good people. Do that for us. Good to see so many of you here, folks. Internationally, believe it or not, they're telling us there's an outbreak of cholera in Malawi. An outbreak of cholera in Malawi, and in a particular province in Malawi. And the folks aren't taking it very easy at all. They said that this should not have even happened if, the kind of precautions that should have been taken were taken. They said the healthcare center in Makatha, Malawi, is overwhelmed at this point. It's a small town, they say, in southern Malawi, and it's being overwhelmed. It's overwhelmed by what's happening there with cholera cases and escalating outbreak. That's how the report that we have has described it. It says some 22,000 persons in Malawi are infected with cholera at this time, and then you got over 721 deaths have been reported since March 2022. So nearly half of all the cases emerged over the past month alone, fueled by the onset of the rain season, making Malawi's worst outbreak of cholera in 2 decades. You see that? 22,000 persons infected, and then you got 721 persons. 721 persons are dying as a result of that. Folks, these are the times we're living in. Some folks is the end times. You got cholera, you got monkeypox, you got COVID, and all the variants to deal with. Y'all see that? My Lord. Things to stress about, folks. Things to stress about. A lot happening, and we want to get through them because we got some equally important stuff we want to get to, folks. Some equally important stuff, and we got a couple of things that brewing regionally as well. Good folks, we got a couple of things brewing regionally as well. Share the live, good folks. Smash that emoji button for us. Do that for us. Irvin Don, Rodwick, good to see you. Joel Award, Eileen Griffith Norton Innes, we see you there, Eileen. Allison Jones, Merlin Seaford. What are you folks having at your end? Smash that emoji button for us. Don't go looking tin out here with those emojis. Please and thank you. Let us know how you're feeling out there this morning, and share the live for us as well. We're going to take a sip of the tea, folks. Wet the palate. Let's see something else. I want to thank the folks who send us that. Myron Seafood, happy Friday to you, Warren Dunn and Eileen Norton, Eileen Griffith Norton. Let me pronounce it right, folks. Those of you who are joining us via Facebook, and it's quite a number of you, take the opportunity to share the live for us. We want as many persons to get valid, credible information as possible, good folks. As many persons as possible, we want to get valid and credible information. As we said, folks, we got a couple of things happening around the region that we want to alert you fantastic folks to. A couple of things happening around the region as well. And folks, we in the morning brew. Quite a few things brewing around the region. And first up, folks, we got in Brazil, Lula Inácio Lula da Silva is saying that some of the folks who were let into some of the folks who broke into these government buildings about a weekend ago, they were let in from folks on the inside. Right? This is deep state we're talking now. Folks who were supportive of Jair Bolsonaro in Brazil, Lula said very pointedly, they let the folks in. And that is why they were able to come into some of the buildings and create such havoc, such mayhem, such disorder. So they were let inside. He said, when you look at, for instance, one of the palaces there, they said the door wasn't broken down. And it's not a door that's usually open. So for the folks that have ended up inside, somebody from the inside had to let them in. It's always somebody from the inside, you know. Here's somebody said, Sharon does. There's always somebody from the inside on all sides. Even Jesus had the Judas. There's always somebody from the inside. And, one of the things that Lula's saying that they're going to pay for that. They've already arrested over 1,500 persons. 1,500. You think we can do that here? We can't even, the fire station, they're a little way from the Christchurch Secondary. We can't even meet there in time. We can arrest and detain 1,500 people. 1,500, but Lula says that the folks who created that kind of damage and mayhem, they're going to have to pay for that. They're going to have to pay for that. And he's saying again, the folks came in from the inside. Their folks came in from the inside. And that's one of the things, folks, we are following in the morning paper. Just one of the things we are following. And that's happening, folks. That's happening regionally. What's happening where you are? Let us know some of the things making the headline by your side. Folks, we're in the 592 now. That's how we're going up. We're in the 592. We're in the 592. Folks, how are you doing? I see Derek Wells is with us. Blondie. Is it Blondie or Blondette? Barker. David Wood. Esther Blue. Warren Figueroa is here with us as well. Warren says he saw Judas in Guyana at a hotel looking like, a scrawly dog. The woman was looking like the scrawly dog the woman was looking for. Why would you're able? You see, Judas at the hotel here. Yeah. Your boy is back. Back from his posting. Yolanda Thomas, good to see you. Derek Willis, good to have you as well. And Esther Blue. Commissioner Cole, great to have you as well. Folks, we got a little way to go, so we want to step on it just a little bit. And while we were in the region, folks, we are now in the 592. Well, look story here now. Look story here now, guys. The folks are telling us that, let me make sure we're in the right spot. Let me make sure we're in the right spot. Yeah, the folks are telling us that over the last 72 hours, the police destroyed over $1.5 billion in ganja. This is in Bobis. I have been telling you, good folks, that we have been seeing a lot of ganja emanating from Bobis recently, and more so from Region 6. Like a lot of the farmers give up cattle rearing, give up sugar production, give up rice production, and they're now going into the other green gold. The other green gold, 1.5, they said they were tipped off as to this particular farm in 6. And they found acres upon acres, folks, of the other green gold of ganja there. Acres upon acres upon acres of ganja. That's what they're telling us. Yep, 1.5, they said a joint service operation has resulted in the destruction of 1.5 billion worth of ganja in the community of Getroy Savannah, along the Burbis River. Getroy Savannah, 12 acres, they tell us, of a 12-acre field of the cannabis plant was uncovered there. They said measuring 6 inches and in some instances 4 inches in height. These plants, and they said before they destroyed the ganja plants, they collected them and measured them. 23,100 kg with a street value of $3,555,000. This is one of the indications here. Right? And then they found in the next instance dried cannabis to the value of 3,500 pounds. Right? So apparently, the folks have given up farming in traditional crop. They have given up farming in traditional crop. I see Jacqueline Fordyce says, money got for Mac. That's what Jacqueline telling us. Money got for Mac. You see that? And we're seeing it, I think over the last 3 months alone, they have nothing about a dozen farmers transporting or planting ganja. Maybe ganja selling better than sugar. The guys not only consuming locally, but the guys are probably now into exporting, supplying some international market. 12 acres. You can't hide 12 acres of land that easy. It's not like a 1 plant or 2 plant, Roderick Henry, June Cameron. 12 acres. 12 acres. Yep, that's what they're telling us. 12 acres. Another story following, folks. You all best get ready. Sherman Blackman, get ready to drop one of y'all chests. Drop one of y'all chests for the match season, that is. For the match season, to give y'all more for talk. Sharon Blackman is coming to give you all more for talk. She says she has a release coming out. Fit as a fiddle, a present. Fit as a fiddle, that's the name of it. A present right there. Fit as a fiddle. I wish I could do some walking, some more, running some more, putting some more exercise. I gotta eke out some time. Used to be what I did very early in the morning, but folks, we're up and out very early, prepping for this program, making sure we keep you all informed, making sure we keep you all in the know, because again, informed citizens make informed decisions, but we gotta eke out some time. On the weekend now, I put in my walking, put in a little running on the weekend, but I want to do more of it. Charmaine says, fit as a fiddle. That's the name of the tune. She's preparing for the MASH season, folks. And in addition to that, believe it or not, their studio that is managed between herself and husband, Bunny Alves, they're saying that they're also bringing some other young people who are going to be partaking in this matrimony season. I want to give a shout out to that Signal Production. Signal Production, that's the name of the studio, and the work they're doing to get others involved. It's not only doing for yourself, but it's bringing some other people along. That's leadership, believe it or not, in that simple way. Right? You mightn't like them, the style and all of that, but they're doing what they got to do. And I'm happy Charmaine has been you got some one-song wonders. They come one day, bust a tune, and then you never see them back again. Charmaine has been producing music in this country for a very, very long time. A very, very long time. And I want to say congrats to her. Fit as a fiddle. Fit as a fiddle, coming out of Signal Productions. Yeah. Owned by herself and her husband, Bunny Alves. Fit as a fiddle. How many of you can say that? Commissioner Cole? I see you out in the seawall a couple of times, Commissioner. Fit as a fiddle. Michael Gittins, you fit as a fiddle. I'm looking forward to this one. Bring all the bustle here first. We got the bustle here first. Charmaine, if you're watching us and you want to come by and do something, be our guest. You want to come by and bust a tune for us, be our guest. I see Kurt Anthony Phillips is here with us. Good to have you, Kurt, and Commissioner Cole, Rena Cummins. Good to see you as well. And while Charmaine is doing that, folks, we got some other things happening that we want to draw to your attention. We have some other things happening. A bit of sad news now, a sad turn in Canada, folks. We lost Andy Prasad. Yep, Guyanese living in Canada. They said it was a wreck. It was a recent accident here. They say in other places it's a wreck. We had an accident. Right, 26-year-old. He succumbed on Tuesday after he was involved in an accident in Ontario, Canada. That's the news we have at the moment, and of course, identified as Andy Prasad. This happened, they're telling us, on the 5th of January on Highway 401. Highway 401. Did I see that as a bar name somewhere here? Highway 401. It said eastbound at the County Road at 25, Ontario, Canada. Andy Prasad lost his life. Our thoughts and prayers go out to his friends, family, and loved ones. And as we always say, folks, slow down. Slow down. Slow down, guys. Slow down. So we can arrive alive. Slow down. And it Cummins, Rena, and Osmond Hodge. Vanita Waldron, Anthony. Slow down so we could arrive alive. Our thoughts and prayers go out to his family again. And this is one of the things, folks, we are following. It's one of the things brewing, folks, in the Morning Brew. One of the things in the Morning Brew. Another issue we're following is this one, good folks. This other issue here we're following. We saw recently in Region 3, police swooped down on a house. They said the woman was a domestic. Remember the black string and all that stuff, and they pulled the string in the floorboard and it led them somewhere to coke and a whole host of stuff, weed and so on. Yeah. Well, yesterday, not in Region 3, but on the East Coast, I think this was another housewife. And all these housewives apparently doing the most, busted with ganja and ammunition in this police raid. Yep, busted with ganja and ammunition. Right? Busted with ganja and ammunition. They're saying this is Ogle Street Triumph on the East Coast. Folks got a tip off, had a search warrant, and executed on that search warrant, this house on the East Coast, and found a Ziploc, transparent Ziploc. And this is in a shop, A search was conducted in the shop, and 5 transparent Ziploc plastic bags containing a quantity of cannabis was found in a small box. A further search unearthed $40 US and 170,000 Ghana dollars in a barrel. Yep, and ammunition. You see, that's a photograph that the police supplied of the ammunition, folks. Y'all think it easy? It's not easy. Ammunition. That's one of the things, folks. That's one of the things brewing. That is one of the things, guys, on the morning brew. That's one of the things brewing. Not a story we're following. This one here got some teeth. No laughing matter about it at all. Remember, we've been in Sophia, we've been in Caneview, Mucka. We've been talking with residents there for quite a while, engaging them on what are the issues there. And I got a dual role as a member of parliament and then bringing this information to you, valid and credible, keeping you informed. And I just see this really and truly, what I do here, as an extension of my work as a member of parliament. You know, keeping you informed, what's happening on the ground, what are people saying, what is going on in this country. And we engaged Lashonda Ellis in Caneview, Mucka, as a resident there. I didn't know Lashonda was working for the ministry, I think Ministry of Home Affairs as a data entry clerk. Well, they terminated her employment yesterday. They terminated her employment yesterday for what they are calling conduct unbecoming. Right? Why? Because she protested her house being broken down. So you must just stand back and allow people to do you nothing. And allow people to do all kinds of things and do nothing. Because she spoke out. She spoke what she saw. She spoke her heart. She spoke that she was hurt by what was happening. The ministry, the government that broke her house down, terminated her employment in this one Guyana. So you can't protest. You can't speak out. In this country of good governance, democracy, transparency, and all those things that they talk, that they speak of, but the practice, very, very poor. Again, Lashonda was one of the persons that we touched base with in Caneview, Mucka. And we want to bring some of what we saw, the demolition of her home. She took a very strong stance. And on one of the other days that we went in there, she had spoken to us as well. We want to bring some of that to you. It's really, really terrible. Really terrible what transpired there. Absolutely terrible. And those folks should have redress for their grievances. Take a look, take a listen. Then we come back and we deal with what's happening at Christchurch Secondary and some other issues as well. Lashonda Ellis, who was fired, again, for speaking out. The Berkshire House down, folks. You know, they weren't comfortable with that. Right? Breaking up your dwelling place. They don't want to crash up your life. Right? They want to wreck up your life. Take a look, good folks, and take a listen. Folks seem to be begging for the structure not to be broken. Folks are still inside here, folks. There are some folks still inside here. If anybody's in there, folks are still inside here. Folks are still inside the house. Lady is begging for the house not to be broken. Begging. Begging for the house not to be broken. Begging for the house not to be broken down. The HIMAC is set there. Folks are in the building. People are lifting the furniture out, trying to lift the furniture out. Folks are in the building here. Somebody's at the window. Sorry, sir. Somebody's at the window here. There's a lady at the window. The lady at the window there. Lady at the window here. There is the excavator waiting to break the house down. There's a lady at the window crying tears. This is what's happening The excavator is right there. There is a bucket of the excavator waiting to break this house down. A woman is on the inside. Looks like they're going to destroy the bridge. Folks.
Hello. Please exit the building. Exit the building.
That's what's happening. That's what's happening. They're asking her to exit the building. There's the excavator waiting. People are fetching furniture out on this side. Fetching furniture out through the back. This was happening live, folks. Police at the back. Police on all sides. Police at the back that way. All right, missiles. Folks are contending. All right. I'm going to pull back. I'm going to pull back. Pulling back as far out of the range of things. I'm going to pull back. Folks are coming out this side. Touching things out this side. Touching things out from the front. Going across that bridge there with mattresses and so on. Just wow. Just wow. Wow, I'm sure I got space behind me to maneuver if I need to. If there's space to maneuver, I'm going to pull up. All right, all right. All right, my brother. All right. They're asking me to shift forward. I'm going to do that. So I'm not in the way. All right, I'm trying to get out. Understood. All right, on the ground here. The excavator just hit this bridge with folks and it didn't seem to matter. Didn't seem to matter. There's a woman still on the inside. Woman still on the inside. Still on the inside. I'm pulling this way to get some of that. Yeah, folks. Still on the inside on this side. There's a woman still on the inside here. Woman still on the inside. Woman still on the inside. Still on the inside there. That's her home. That's her home.
I'm the first child to born on this plot of land, this piece of land. All my life I know about hay. Hay is where I grew up. When your parents ready for go out, they left you by the neighbor. They go out, they come back, they meet the children safe. Everybody look out for one another upon this island. Now the same government tell we build strong structures and I'm gonna come back and regularize this place. You build, because everybody had little house. You build these strong structures, they come back now and tell you that you gotta move and they relocate you. Not relocating you to where? Me father's mine cows. When me father ain't working, if he work for 2 months, he could sell 2 cows and we good. And that's what carry all the way through school. You understand? We good for them 2 months when he sell them cow. Now them telling me father he must sell out all the cow one time. When he sell out one time, all the money done. What can become a we? What can happen? I got me child And when me get money, it's where you feel like get money from. Me parents still brace me. I got me grandmother in the village, I got me auntie them in the village. Everybody, you know, looking out for one another. Now you move this for kind of town where we didn't even know. We don't know nobody there. You got to the taxi fee for coming from how far away. Where you getting the money from now when I'm finding jobs to nobody? I said the young people in the place, I'm finding no jobs for you. You're going, you're also put out a stand, not all the stand move off the road. You can't sell, you can't do nothing. What is out there for black people? What is out there for young people? I don't understand what is going on here. And I'm very upset because I know the wife for the back by me mother for live. And it's this why I live in. I spend my money, that's why I live in. Another one come and tell me I gotta move. And then tell you must take next to nothing. That is not right and it hurts. And for now that I walk in, I save me little money for do that, and they gonna come, me as a young woman, they gonna come to tell me I gotta break the piece that I do. Madness.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Here it goes, bro. Here it goes. This day of the New Year 2023. That was LaShonda in that house. That was LaShonda in that house, LaShonda Ellis. Having nowhere else to go, she just stood up. That was LaShonda Ellis talking to us about the horrors of what was happening in Kingview, Mucka. And that is the same LaShonda Ellis who was fired as a data entry clerk from the Ministry of Home Affairs. And just yesterday, Ms. Ellis received a letter from the ministry informing her of her termination of her employment. And I'm checking here because I want to read it for you. I want to read it verbatim. Well, it says that, dear Ms. Ellis, I wish to inform you that approval has been given for you to be dismissed. Approval has been given for you to be dismissed from the public service from effect January 5th. Inclusive, January 5th inclusive, for acting in a manner that will bring the ministry into disrepute. For acting in a manner that would bring the ministry into disrepute. Because you have a concern about a careless, reckless government breaking down your house. And you voice that concern. You bring the ministry into disrepute. Now, if the ministry didn't say anything, nobody would have known Ellis was working there. So how did she bring the ministry into disrepute? But they fired her. Why? In this democracy, for speaking up. For speaking up. For speaking up. And I wish we had some more time to unpack on that. But 13 days in, there's so much happening. So much, we got to turn our attention now to the big issue. So much happening. We hasten on to the big issue, folks. Because we dealt with mucker and the dastardly act from this careless, reckless administration. And then we off now to the fire. And that's been how 2023 has been defining itself. It's assault, the assault on the people at Mucker, the assault on the school teachers. And now, fires. Right? Fires. We saw this fire at Christchurch just yesterday, folks. Just yesterday, this fire at Christchurch. And believe it or not, this administration, we call them the Fire Nation. Fires of the PPP, we call them in the ring. Now look, since the PPP has come into office, the amount of fires we've had with schools alone. With schools alone. Chase Academy, August 2020, a portion of that school was burnt. Chase Academy, August 2020. North Renvelt Multilateral, June 2021. Northwest Secondary School in Mabaruma, September 2021. St. George's High School, July of last year. And then Christchurch, just yesterday, Christchurch Secondary School went up in flames just last week. They had a fire in the lab. They managed to contain it. Some inspectors from, I saw a receipt, I saw a notice of sorts stamped, Ministry of Public Works, did an inspection there, electrical inspection, and give it a clean bill of health, electrical wise, a clean bill of health. And then yesterday, the school just was razed to the ground. Just yesterday. My God. Folks, that's how the year started. Sadly, that's how the year has started. Look at some of what took place yesterday afternoon. Part of the footage you're going to see is compliments of Big Smith News. Big Smith News Watch, part of the video you're going to see. Take a look at some of what took place just yesterday afternoon. My God, what a start to the year. Of course, our hearts go to the children and teachers there at Christchurch Secondary. Our thoughts and prayers are with them and all the other folks who are going to be disrupted by this. Our hearts, our thoughts, and our prayers are with you folks. Take a look at some of what took place just yesterday afternoon. So the year just started, folks, and that is it. That is it. Mucker, you got the fire at Christchurch. And it would be remiss of us not to talk about the assault on our teachers of recent. Because just day before yesterday, you had this whole incident, guys. This whole incident at the Graham's Hall Primary School with the assault of that male teacher by a parent. And then yesterday, we saw the same thing at St. Angela's Primary School, where a parent also assaulted a teacher there. So we're also grappling with that. And the year just started. I keep saying, folks, I don't really like how this year started. I don't like it at all. I don't like how the year started. We don't like it. Look at some of what happened at St. Angela's Primary School yesterday. Take a look, guys. Take a listen. Yep. That's what took place at the St. Angela's Primary School just yesterday. 13 days into this new year, folks. And again, I say, I like how it started. I think a national year of prayer is in order right about now. I know, for instance, there are lots of religious groups who use part of January as the year starts to pray and to fast. I can be putting in a couple of days myself. And I encourage you guys to do the same. You know, I like how it starts. I like how the year starts. I don't like how it starts at all. Not one bit. Really like how it starts. And you know, helping us to put things in perspective. Just yesterday, we sat down with the General Secretary of the Guyana Teachers Union, Coretta McDonald, to ask her impression of, you know, this new dispensation in our school system. We spoke to her about that. Wanted to get her thoughts as General Secretary of the Guyana Teachers Union, how she felt about this situation. This is what she said to us, good folks. This is what the General Secretary of the Guyana Teachers Union, Coretta McDonald, said to us. Yep.
Violence against teachers is in no way an acceptable norm. This has been happening for a while, but I think it has graduated now to another level. And as educators and as the teachers' representative, we will have to take a firm stand on this. I remember maybe 3 or 4 years ago, we took a stance when teachers from St. Angela's Primary School were assaulted by parents. Another teacher from Winford Gardens Primary was assaulted by a parent, and we wore black and white. Yesterday, coming out of the issue at Graham's Hall Primary, we decided that we were going to show solidarity with our colleagues there at Graham's Hall, and more so the teacher, Sir Mark, who is involved in the issue, that we were going to wear black today. And you know what? Just moments ago, we were at St. Angela's Primary, where a parent assaulted a teacher, not even 12 hours after the one at Graham's Hall Primary. Now, these acts are unforgivable. They're callous, they're irresponsible, and they are disrespectful to teachers. And you know what? I think these come on the heels of what has been happening in this country over the last 2 years. As a matter of fact, just a couple of days ago, we saw heartless behavior coming out of Moko, where we saw the government treating residents there as if they're not human beings, murdering burying live animals. If we're to go further, just in, I think it was October, November, somewhere there, we had the fiasco at Queen's College. And you know what? Absolute silence we got. When a parent went in there and assaulted, it is alleged that a parent assaulted the deputy principal and the principal at that school, but we got absolute silence from the Ministry of Education, which is saying to us that we are not consistent with what we do. And if we were to be consistent with what we do, then we wouldn't have parents behaving the way they continue to behave. It is not, again, let me say this, these kinds of behaviors, these kinds of tantrums that are being thrown, they're not acceptable. And we condemn them in every sense and every letter of the word condemn. We will not accept them further. But you know what? As educators, I want to urge my fellow colleagues to always be on the lookout for each other, to stand together. You see, the thing is, when we take a stance, it doesn't mean, or when we take a stand, it doesn't mean that we are throwing out any political alliance or we are out there stamping against anybody. What we are doing is taking a call or shouting for our own safety. A school is supposed to be a safe haven. And if teachers can't be comfortable where they operate, then something is definitely wrong. As a matter of fact, many things are definitely wrong. And parents should know that when you come into schools and you abuse and beat up on teachers, I don't know what you think is going to happen with your child, because teachers are human beings and they're always going to be hesitant in dealing with your child if that's the way you as a parent will behave. I must advise, for those who don't know, that there are standard operational procedures that are in place to deal with any grievance that a parent may have. And if you don't feel satisfied when you go to the head teacher of that school, then you have the departments of education that you can visit and lodge your complaints there. Beating up on a teacher doesn't solve the issue. And I would want to ask parents to desist from that. I would want to also urge the authorities to use the full length of the law to deal with these errant parents. We cannot continue to have parents barging into schools and beating up on teachers, because you know what? Like I said earlier, 2 teachers, maybe 3, maybe 4, maybe 5, maybe 10 teachers have scars that they have to live with for the rest of their lives. Many more teachers are not going to accept that. And we don't want our schools to be a place of bacchanal. We don't want our schools to be a place of brawls. We don't want our schools to be a fighting ground. And so let me urge you parents, desist from those kinds of behaviors. I'm not saying that teachers are always right, but again, let me say to you, there are standard operational procedures or operations procedures that you ought to follow. Follow them, and you are going to get the kind of satisfaction you so desire. If you continue to behave like that, then as teachers, we would have to ask that your children be removed from the schools, that your children be removed, debarred from being students or pupils of public schools, and that your children be sent to, that you be given the opportunity to take your children to private schools if you think it's going to be better there. You know, the thing is, we've got to make parents understand that if they don't follow the procedures, then they'll have to feel the hard way. And teachers will no longer continue to stand and wear black and blue and green and yellow because we're standing in solidarity with our colleagues, and then tomorrow something else happens. Yesterday, Graham's Hall, today, St. Angela's Priory. I don't know where else it's going to be tomorrow or Monday or Tuesday of next week. But we are saying, stop the violence against teachers.
Could add anything to that? Couldn't add anything to that ourselves, folks. We could not. We could not. Thanks for joining us this morning, guys. Thanks for staying with us, each and every one of you, wherever you guys are joining us from today. We thank you. We thank you, folks, wherever you all are joining us from this morning. We thank each and every one of you guys. Good to see you, folks. Great of seeing you, Yolanda Chalmers and Lola Lancaster, Bishop Ramilianda, and all the other folks who are joining us. If you all got a story for us, don't keep it to yourselves. We're begging you all. Don't keep it for yourselves. Share it with us. Good, folks. If you all have a story, you all got a story, share it with them, man. Share it with us, please. 627-6963. If you all got a story, share it with us. Share it with we. Please, please, please. You got a business. You want to advertise, guys. You got a product. You got a service. You got an event even. You got an event even. Do let us know, guys. Do let us know. Please and thank you. And if you guys also, you want some legal advice, you got some decisions to make, some documents to get notarized and such and so forth. You need a commission of votes and affidavits. You need a justice of the peace. Alistair Collins firm, highly recommended, good folks. Highly recommended. Highly recommended. Bigly recommended. Bigly.
For all your legal document needs and more, the Alistair Collins firm is the place for you. If you are looking to have your statutory declarations done, affidavit of income, affidavit of identity, or guidance replacing your damaged or lost passport or lost license, you need the Alistair Collins firm. They can also help you with tenancy agreements, agreements of settlement, your power of attorney, your last will and testament, and certification of documents. The Alistair Collins firm is located at the Callion Mall, 162 Lamar Street in Georgetown between Camp and Waterloo Streets. Alistair Collins is a commissioner of votes to affidavits and a justice of the peace. You can also call them at 649-6410 or 685-6446 or 503-1451. The Alistair Collins firm. Help.
I'm happy to be able to tell you and to bring you the news that we have now got many of the favorite things you've been looking for in December for Christmas presents. Across here we got these perennial bestseller classics: Kidnapped, Little Women, Little Men, Joe's Boys, Treasure Island, Robinson Crusoe, and so on. Further down the line, you will see Enid Blyton's. I think we got about 45 different titles of Enid Blyton's, the Secret Sevens and the Famous Fives, and all the other series that she has. Going even further down this line of the store, we got some of these classics to the top here. Those are here for the Christmas season, but I think people prefer the more colorful looking ones. They are so well written and adjudged to be classic. It's something that conferred upon them, like how you say sir and madam and so on. These books, because of the quality, have been deemed to be classics by those in the literary world. Not all books are designated classics. It's a special breed of books, a special type. So when you pick up a Kidnap and all these kinds of books here, these are considered classics. Oh, I just put my eyes upon Tolkien's The Hobbit. We haven't had this in the store for years. And we got now a number of them. Battles of Tolkien. What's this one? Atlas of Tolkien. You got even a dictionary of Tolkien. Dark Powers of Tolkien. And then we got to move over to the other side where we have some really attractive children's books.
Yep, that's going to do it for us at this end. That is going to do it for us at this end. Until we see you guys a little later on in the day. Thanks for joining us, Yvette Madu and Eva Ramasa. Thanks for joining us, Sharon Castle, Edwards, Renella Garnett. That's going to do it for us. Have a great morning, folks, and a great afternoon. I see Renella Garnett, of course. Sharon Castle, Edwards, thanks for joining us. Remember, too, guys, to partner with us. That's how we can keep on doing what we do here, folks, bringing you valid and credible information. Remember to partner with us as well. Good to have each and every one of you here, wherever you folks join us from this morning. Great to have had each and every one of you. I forgot to give the shout out, folks. So partner with us. We are available via Cash App and Zelle and PayPal, MoneyGram, Western Union, MMG as well. Have a safe day, guys. Have a great day. Take care now. Take care. Take care. Have a great day, folks. Have a great day. It's been a privilege being here with you guys this morning. It has been our privilege. Stay safe out there. Partner with us, folks. Do that for us. Have a good day. Have a great day. And stay safe. Stay safe, folks. Stay safe out there.